And it looks like we are live, so I'm going to say hello, everyone, and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. How are we doing this fine Monday evening? He is audio editing. Never mind. I was audio editing, but I was so not close to finished that I thought I'd just stop.
Just sometimes you get very involved and don't realise the time.
No, I tend to know the time. I tend to just decide that the people can wait for my gloriousness. And today, I'm only a couple of minutes into the editing, so I was very cognizant that I wasn't going to finish it, so I didn't. But it does mean that when I'm done, I'm done. I would like to inform everyone that yesterday was my birthday. This is not me, this is a commenter. That's how I'm doing. I went out with an ex-girlfriend and we had sushis, and I threw up later. Wow.
Great.
That ex was an ex for a reason, huh? Jesus. She made you sick. You spoke to her and you were like, no, bah. Good reason to leave. I hope you're okay now, though. DJ Sick mixing and editing up. I mean, it's not DJ editing, it's video editing. Although it is audio editing. It's me going, I'm so smart because I'm an atheist. That's how all my videos go, right? Fine Monday, my bathroom water pipe broke.
Oh no.
Oh, there's only one thing worse than having a pipe burst in your house. It's living in a block of flats and having someone fucking else's burst. We've had two incidents. One was a pipe burst. One was a sink left on for a very long time. And the second one was recent.
I think my sister had a sewage pipe burst outside of her house.
Yeah.
And it took them like 2 weeks to actually get round to dealing with it.
Jesus.
She had to like buy her pump herself to try and force the water away from her house.
So a sewage.
A sewage pipe.
So it was sewage coming into her house.
It was in the street, but it was like in this back alley.
And so headed towards houses.
And it was like filling the alleyway up.
So
then it was encroaching onto her property.
It didn't get into her house though.
No, but it was in her garden, and it would sometimes. Yeah, it would.
That's. I could be just pulling words out of my, not making up, but pulling words out.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Pump, something like that. I don't know.
She was phoning them like multiple times a day, and they just said they said you're on the list.
On the list. There's things that need to be done soon.
I think she got compensation for it because of it.
Well, one would hope. Jesus.
That was years ago. That was like one of her first houses that she lived in.
Yeah. You might have told me at the time. I do not remember.
It was a long time ago. This is when she was in...
You probably just said something about your sister and being full of shit.
This is when she was...
And I just yeah.
This is when she was still in uni, so...
Okay. I had my stomach burst.
Oh, God.
Okay, no more about that. Has everyone had the worst fucking weekend or something? Raw sewage makes shitty fertilizer. Yes. Very, very bad fertilizer. It just poisons everything as far as I'm aware. Sewage was covering my husband while he tried stopping it from splashing all over our cellar. No. There was a blockage and our pipes were full of ugh. I don't know if you meant to write something else, but full of ugh is such a
yeah, that kind of sums
phrase.
it up, yeah.
Some pumps do go kablooey in some pretty dramatic ways sometimes. Okay.
I'm assuming it's a gas thing. Like there's a gas build-up in one of the pipes. Then I think the whole point is you're not supposed to have gas in the pipes.
There's lots of reasons that they can burst, and none of them matter when it does. At that point, it's like, I don't give a fuck how this happened. I would like it to stop now, please. Staving off a bout of mild burnout. Luckily, I have 2 weeks off work the week after next, and it's my birthday on the 30th. Burnout at 30 is concerning.
I hope you have time to chill and reset yourself.
I know I struggle with burnout, trying to figure out how to, like, even having given myself time off at the weekends, which is very helpful. I really do need to build up to the point where I can have another holiday and have it not be so necessary that it's incredibly stressful to get to. I still have to figure out how to simplify my workflow significantly.
I think we don't need another holiday. You just need time off.
Yeah, I don't mean holiday. I just mean time where I'm not doing work. What I really want is time to get bored enough that all the jobs around the house, instead of feeling like, oh, I don't want to start something new because I'll never finish it, but more, yeah, I should do that. That'll be fun. I want to do that for my own actual entertainment. Went to a great comedy show this weekend, and despite my social anxiety and issues with it was great. Crowds, it was great. Extra nice because no one ever comes to our small town. So there was a comedy festival in your small town, and it was like a festival show. Don't know where I got the word festival from, but that's cool. I'm having burnout at 47. Alcohol helps. I would argue it probably doesn't help, but it probably makes it slightly more tolerable. Sick, are you on Twitch? I have a Twitch account. I do not stream there. I could potentially. I mean, we're currently, I'm in the process of setting up a little fella. I got, considering last week's argument that we got into about how Apple makes nothing but terrible products, I think in the back of my mind somewhere, I decided to say fuck you to the people who were saying that there's no good Apple products, and I bought a Mac Mini. But I bought it for a reason. Mrs. Sick was having issues with her stream, and having a streaming PC would be helpful, and they're a very, very small, very, very competent little PC. But I've been in the process of trying to set it up so that OBS can run through that. Not finished yet. Don't know when I am going to finish. There's a lot of new things I have to learn about in order to get it working, and it doesn't help that it's on a Mac. But yeah, I have an account, but I don't do much with it, but I do follow a few people. Well, you don't like gaming, do you, Benji? So I don't even... I guess there is things on Twitch that aren't gaming, but like that's what it's for. That's why it's called Twitch.
There's a lot of like political shows on there.
There's a lot of everything on there. There's a lot of people just sitting around chatting like this. So I guess it is what it is. I had burnout in my late 20s, balancing full-time work, full-time school, and just the shit that is retail messed me up pretty bad.
Oh,
yeah,
gosh.
And that, like, I certainly wasn't saying that someone under 30 couldn't get burnout. It's just concerning. Like, you might be due. Who did not have a burnout by age 30? I didn't, but then I had other shit going on.
I guess it depends, because, like, autistic burnout is different from other burnout.
I'm presuming they're talking about work burnout, which is its own specific thing. Presumably autism probably wouldn't help.
Detonator was talking about autistic burnout.
Ah, okay. That's different. I mean, okay, that's someone talking to someone else. Big Clive is there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely... I like Big Clive. He's definitely worth watching. In uni, I had a separate subject just for iOS programming. Well, what I'm doing isn't iOS programming. And well, I mean, it wouldn't be iOS at all because it's macOS. But there shouldn't be... There have been some terminal commands involved, but that's more Linuxy stuff. And I'm used to Linuxy stuff. It's just getting it to work the way I want it to. But yeah, eventually I will figure that out. And then Mrs. Sick will stream through it, and I will stream through it. And hopefully the Pixel Chalice stream will also stream through it, and it will go, me have job, you get money. Well.
Thank you, Plow
Thank
King.
you, Mr. Plow. Mr. Plow, that's my king. That king again is Mr. Plow King. That's how that song goes, right? I appreciate it because money is like the best thing. Mrs. Sick had a really good sound and stream today. Yeah, we know.
Yeah, I've learned that apparently
some new people turned up to the stream before.
We got a new, like, I got a fancy box that Sick got me.
Yeah.
And
what?
The gain on it was relatively high, and somebody's like, "Oh, I can barely hear you," and I'll mess with the gain, see if it works, and then apparently it makes it sound 10 times better.
The way you described it to me was that you did it out of spite.
No.
You were like, fine, fuck you then, and you turned it all the way up.
No.
And then it sounded way better.
It's just because I'm softly spoken. A lot of people like.
I'm going to go with the idea that she did it out of spite because it's way funnier.
A lot of people.
Because it worked really well.
But a lot of people assume it's the equipment that's the problem, but it's me. I'm the problem. I'm too softly spoken.
The equipment bought by yours truly, set up by yours truly, and then fucked about with by her, apparently, now has fixed that problem. Now people can hear her. It's an awesome. I'm very glad because I had a similar audio problem, which has mostly been. It wasn't a similar audio problem. It was a different audio problem, but mine was fixed by turning off a setting, and now the Pixel Chalice streams don't miss out random bits of audio for no reason, but you do get to hear my controller more. So I might have to replace that with something that's a little less clicky. You've got a sick box. I'm usually sick in the toilet.
I don't know what it's called. It's like a Scarlet thing.
Oh, Focusrite. It's a
know.
Focusrite Scarlet something or other.
It's
There's a
tech
numbers
related. I just asked him to deal with it.
It's an XLR fucking noise takey box. I can't remember the words for it.
Yeah, that thing.
Mrs. Sics Northern ASMR voice in it. Button click ASMR. I mean, I'm sure some of you like it. Ultimately,
mechanical keyboard ASMR. I quite like that.
The beauty of the Pixel Chalice streams is that they're low stakes at the moment. So I am going to use it to experiment with things and hopefully not screw stuff up. Had a bit of a once in a lifetime experience on Wednesday. Went to see QI being recorded at the ex-BBC studios in London. Really very interesting. 2+ hours of recording that will go down to about 45 minutes. That sounds awesome. I presume it was really fun as well, and generally pretty funny. Your audio is very good. I hear many on YouTube with very good gear that sound terrible. Well, if you don't set up the gear right, I try to set up the gear well. What I have in here is like I have a Focusrite box with like 4 ports on it, so that I can use it to stream these streams on the same microphone that we each have, so they sound the same. And then I have my main work one, which is a pricey bastard, but it does the job. It mostly saved me having to stand in front of a mic. It saved me basically a whole day of work where I had to like stand up in a little box and I had to like work myself up to it. I used to hate that. The new one hardly picks up any background sound, even with stuff outside. It's pretty great. I'm very happy with it. But yeah, an audio interface. Yeah, there you go. So, that hopefully has set up those particular things. We're going to have a streaming PC eventually. I have it currently running through the network, so it's not connected to a monitor. In fact, it has a little dongle coming out of the HDMI port that is basically just a blinky light to tell you that it's receiving something. And then everything goes through the network and you could just use it like you sat in front of it. It's pretty cool.
Did Mrs. Sick explain that in her game today she was horny? What?
Do you not mean thorny?
You mean hornet.
She's always hornety.
Hornet, not horny. The character's called Hornet.
I mean, it does sound like you're saying horny. Oh, I'm so horny.
Wait, is it my accent?
It's probably. I mean, Hornet is quite horny because she has like horns.
Yeah.
She's not like. It's weird that people sexualize that particular character.
Yeah, that was Resident Evil 9. Because Leon. Yeah.
Silk Song, different character. Yeah, she was playing a Silk Song, the character
I was
from
playing
Silk Song.
the Silk Song character.
But yeah, apparently she was sucking hard at platforming. I came in and styled on her for about a minute. Was that about right?
I need training though. That I need.
Yeah.
I went into it thinking, oh, I've done Hollow Knight.
This'll be identical.
This'll be similar, and it's very different.
I'll have to do some training with her tonight.
Push-ups.
Well, sick. Rule 34 exists for a reason. The reason is that the internet is just terrible. I mean, it's great. Do you know what? There's not enough Rule 34 of me. I've seen like one, and it was a really long time ago. Now, I'm not saying that I actually want to see it, but there's no small part of me that's just a little bit disappointed that it's not everywhere all the time. We could change that. Yeah, but I shouldn't have to ask. I might regret asking, or asking might make it happen even less. This might be some genius 4D chess shit. You don't know. Does anyone have a dagger board I need for my new boat? Found out you can get a boat, you can be called Captain Sick. Well, yeah, if you captain a boat, you're. Is there any qualification to actually be a captain, or do you just actually need to captain a boat?
I think you just need to be in charge of a ship, don't you?
I think, yeah. It comes. I mean, there's a military captain qualification, but
I don't think you can just go on randomly onto any boat and just go, I'm the captain now. I don't think it works like that. But I think you actually have to own a boat. Yeah.
I mean, owning a boat.
What qualifies as a boat? Yes, exactly.
Exactly. Owning a boat could be very simple. HMS Sick. I mean, it would be. You just need a cap on a tin. Fuck's sake. Just some beans with a hat on. You're lucky I don't ban people. Well, I don't ban people apart from actual crazies / people trying to spam. Yeah. If playing hockey, you need a C on your jersey to be captain. Is that it? Yeah, because captain of a hockey team, you just get made the captain, don't you? Captain of all sorts of things. It's just other people saying, right, you are the captain now. Just walking onto a ship and appointing yourself captain. Doable, I think it's called piracy. It depends if how violent you are and how agreeable the people are on the boat. Unless you take hostages on the boat, then you become captain. Okay, how about we focus mostly on the legal ways to become captains, not the ways that will get you hung at port. I'm already hung enough already, thank you, ladies. Captain is the person in charge of the ship. Admiral is in charge of a fleet. Yes. Pilot actually drives. I mean, that feels again like something that needs a qualification. Like, do you need to know how to, drive a ship to be a pilot, or?
Well, yeah, probably.
Do you just have to grab the wheel and hope for the best?
I think being a pilot is a qualification, right? Then again, like,
how do you deal with the fear of hell? Well, first off, you go into hell, you get on board, and you say, I am the captain now. And secondly, you understand that it's obviously manipulative nonsense in order to make you fear it. It's very, 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 very obviously a manipulation tactic when you break it down. I assume that there's some books that might help, but if this is genuinely something that's you're struggling with, personally, like, I can worry about things that are not real momentarily because I have an anxious brain, an anxious ADHD brain. And I can go, oh, what if this? And they go, well, that's not going to fucking happen. Calm down.
The way I see it is a lot of fear comes from belief. So, like, if you believe in it and you believe it to be true, then, yeah, you are probably going to have a fear of it.
I think a concern, if this is an atheist talking, one of the concerns is the what if I'm wrong? You cannot believe something and still think, but if I'm wrong, I'm really fucked.
There was this interview that I watched where there was this guy who was raised Christian and his parents drilled into him the whole fear of hell.
Yeah.
And then as an adult, he went to college and then became an atheist. But the fear of hell sort of like was like
it just lived in him. Yeah.
It's like an instinctual background noise because of his upbringing. And he didn't understand why that couldn't be gotten rid of, even though he's more logically minded in that type of way now. He said it still lives there because it's just how you were raised. You kind of have to use logic to get over certain fears sometimes.
I think that it's a bit like a lot of people's fear of death. It's like, I mean, death is obviously a real thing that's going to actually happen, but you come to terms with it as an idea, and then it becomes a lot less scary. Now, hell as an idea, the thing you have to come to terms with is, again, how it is obviously manipulative. You have to realize that, okay, so if we live in a universe with a person who manages the universe, what sense does it make for them to have an infinite torture pit for people who don't do what they say? And you ask yourself, well, none. Now, some would argue, oh, well, it's not yours to know the will of God. And at that point you go, and neither yours. So what the fuck are you talking about? We can't both be right. And the chances are that the person with about 1 billion other different versions of the thing they believe is probably also is even more wrong. But yeah. So what's your opinion on immortality technology and longevity technology? Immortality technology is still currently essentially nonsense. Longevity, like living, longevity technology is soap. Like
we've already got a lot of longevity technology because humans are not really supposed to live that long.
And what you really want, if you're looking at longevity technology, what you want is stuff that makes you healthier for longer, not just live longer. The worst thing you could have is to be ancient and falling apart. But I'm going to live for another 100 years. Are you going to fucking want to? Probably not. Yeah, I finally caught a terrible stream with more than 10 minutes left. It's my lucky night. I mean, is it? Or are you going to realize just how awful these are? They're called terrible for a reason. Humans in general fear death. Religious boys went, what if the afterlife was also really scary? Yeah, I mean, essentially.
Yeah, a lot of afterlife stuff comes from fear of death.
Yeah. And I think it's largely a fear of not existing rather than specifically the fear of death.
Because it's also just because it's a fear of unknown. Because you don't really know beyond what you see and hear and stuff like that. So it is difficult moving. Like, I can see why people always thought you move to a next stage, because if you watch somebody die in front of you and you see the light leave their eyes, in quotes, you have this, like, especially with someone who you love and you've known, they just stop and they don't move anymore. They just stop, and whatever they could have been in the future is just stopped. And dealing with that grief is just difficult, and it's painful. So you, like, coming up with the idea that they exist beyond what their body is makes sense to help you deal with that.
Corlune, or whatever your name is, the point is fine. It's a good point. The immortality gets fucking boring after a while. It certainly
would do, yeah.
One of the points that also alludes to, that was kind of an interesting concept, is that immortality sans invulnerability leads to an even more boring life, because the perceived value of your time essentially goes up almost indefinitely, and that prevents risk-taking behavior. Strangely, the easier it is to die and the shorter the life, the more likely people are to do stuff that's exciting. And if you were immortal but you could still be killed, the chances are that you'd actually value that indefinite amount of time more than the enjoyment of it. You'd basically optimize the fun out of existence, which is really, really bad. Skytalker sent a Circuit gift membership. Seemingly not to themselves. Did you mean to give yourself a membership and accidentally gave it to someone? Because, oof. Or do you have one and I just didn't notice? I can't tell from your thing. There was a show where Sonny Bono played a 60s hit. Oh, yeah, okay. Skytalker, did you do an oopsie?
Oh, no.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think I could technically... I might be able to refund the first one, but I don't know how to. And I would definitely prefer not to have to figure it out.
I'm not embarrassed at all.
I don't even know how you messed that up, but you did it.
Oh, okay. So I've actually come to terms with death and and if non-existence, then I'd be fine with that. But like the lady was saying, I was raised to believe, and that's why it bothers me for some reason.
Really bad.
Yeah. So one of the ways that you can try and get it over your fear is through knowledge.
Yeah.
So like because I'm scared of spiders. So one of the things that I was taught was if you research spiders and you understand how they function, it can help you get over your fear. So I started doing that, and I know, not like I'm not an expert, but I know more about spiders than I would ever care to want to. And then I realized that I have an irrational fear of spiders. But you can actually use logic to help you manage your fear, so it's less pronounced.
To be fair.
So with the you could look into like the history of hell. Where did the concepts come from? And
that's actually a really important part. Is that, as far as I'm aware, it's not particularly biblical.
No. Like
if at all,
ancient Egypt plays a huge role in it. Like their concepts of their afterlife is massively influenced what Christians thought hell would be.
Yeah, well, I mean, regardless of that specific thing, Mrs. Sick will always bring it back to being from Egypt.
I like Egypt.
Oh, I love video games. Did you know that the Egyptians...
I don't do that.
I'm joking.
If I was playing an Egyptian game, I would do that.
There is a game where you play as Egyptian artwork in a platformer, and you're viewing it as a person in like a temple or something.
Okay.
And then it walks around and jumps on the art. You'll either really like the idea.
Why are you jumping on artifacts?
Like they're part of the artwork. Like they're part of the wall.
Oh.
And they can move.
You mean part of the
art.
relief?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And you play as a person seeing this.
Oh.
I don't know whether
like a platformer.
Presumably.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
It's a fun idea. It's how much they fuck up the artwork that will drive you crazy.
Arachnophobia. Just tell yourself that at least they don't have wings.
What I was going to say, arachnophobia, while a fine-ish comparison, it's not the same kind of overwhelming fear. Like, when you don't see a spider for a while, you forget about spiders.
Yeah.
The hell thing is often just kind of always there.
Yeah, it's looming. It's a thing is because my fear is situational. So like I have to witness a spider in order for my fear to activate. Yeah. So, but for other types of fears where you just consistently like kind of have an obsessive sort of thought process about it, like that would benefit more from learning and understanding and talking to people about the idea and the concepts behind hell.
Yeah.
That would probably help you be able to manage it a lot better than say something like my situational fear.
Yeah. But mostly the realization that it is an attempt to manipulate should help pretty immensely. And also the realization that in the universe as it is, it makes actually no sense.
Isn't ancient Egypt's version of heaven not basically the same as living normally with work? Yeah, exactly. They saw it as a continuation of what you're already doing. So
it's next level, but literally a level.
So originally it was only royals, only the king could go to the afterlife because they were seen as the more important and more godlike. And then it was seen as the royal family could go because the queen's going like, what about me? So they ended up going. And then it was like, oh, well, you can bring your servants along as well. So they started adding like certain people who were allowed to go if certain rituals were done. And then eventually everybody could go. And then the concept just developed more and more and more to the point where the afterlife had all these like rules. Like you had to like name all the gods along the way in the underworld in order to get passage. So you had to know certain spells to know certain names, and then so in order to do that, you'd have to buy them in normal life, so you could use them in the afterlife. Their culture was so ingrained with everything that was like related to death, because death was just seen as a continuation of life, and you just had to ready yourself for that transition. That's all they saw it as.
Someone said, there we go. Have we all heard that Firefly is coming back? How does everyone feel about that?
Is that actually coming back? I thought it got cancelled again.
All right. Oh, what? Did someone say it was coming back and then it got cancelled again?
I thought it got cancelled again.
That might be a thing. But either way, like the perpetual continuation of all these old series is very odd. I've been watching the new Scrubs, and I'm not going to lie, it's quite funny. Now, whether or not that means it should continue to exist is a completely separate issue, but I have found myself laughing at it, which is a good thing, because there's nothing worse than watching a reboot of something that's specifically a comedy, and then it just not hitting at all. And they do take some interesting views on it. I won't spoil it for anybody who's actually interested in watching it, but all I can tell you is I like the original Scrubs. Didn't like season 9 for obvious reasons. Do like this new one, but it is. I do feel that it's completely unnecessary.
I think we're going through a media's nostalgia bent
it feels
at the
like
moment.
We've been doing that for 20 years.
Yeah, but it's become progressively worse now.
Yeah.
Thing is like the thing I've noticed as well is Hollywood.
Ultra nostalgia.
Hollywood used to be incredibly risk averse.
Yeah.
But now, as time is going on, and you getting newer people coming into the industry, you're starting to see more video game-based game-based movies. So like they're doing a God of War movie, and I'm like, really? Okay.
How do you make all this?
And then you're seeing a lot more independence as well than there used to be. So like there's a huge like sort of shift in where media is going, and I think what it is it's this need to bring back the good old days because they're running out of creative ideas, and that's the only way I can really think of it. Also because a lot of writers as well are demanding a lot more money, as they should, because they do a lot more work. But it's crazy how like we're having this shift towards more nostalgia than ever before. Like they were on about bringing Buffy back as well, and I was like, oh, okay. And then that got cancelled. So yeah.
You need.
I mean, some people are pointing out even Joss Whedon doesn't seem to be the best person on Earth. And so bringing back his things is kind of like.
Nostalgia is socially acceptable. Capitalism approved dementia.
Capitalism approved dementia. Jesus Christ. But yeah, it's like I love my nostalgia, but my nostalgia is like I work at it. I don't like it when they remake old games I like. And this is someone who's currently playing through Final Fantasy VII for the 5th time, 6th time, 7th time, 10th time. Hopefully it's the 7th time. That would be fun.
And Resident Evil.
And the Resident Evil ones. But like the remake of Final Fantasy VII is also something I like. But it's a sequel, if you didn't know. It's not actually a remake. It's a weird thing, and they did interesting things with it. That's cool. But when they especially just re-releasing old bullshit over and over again, it becomes very annoying. The number of bloody re-releases of goddamn Skyrim drives me crazy. But my whole point is that my nostalgia is within the actual original thing to go and get. I got a PS2 fairly recently, and I've been setting it up in a way that is nostalgic but also convenient, so that I can actually use it from a distance. I've got a wireless controller with it. I've got a special memory card that changes memory cards to whatever game you're playing. I've got an SSD put in the back of it so that I can boot games from it without having to put them in the disk drive. 2 Sics. What about Mrs. Sick? That's threesome. Wait, who's the other Sick?
Hang on, you might be echoing. Hang on.
I
throw out.
don't think that's what it's supposed to
No, undrunken's being weird. Okay.
be. Yeah, just assume that if someone says something very strange, there's someone who comes into my chat sometimes and they say some of the weirdest shit, and it's within the first hour, and I always worry that something has gone wrong, and now I've learned to ignore the fucker. It's like, it's not that anything I've done any mistakes. They're just always being really weird. And I don't think they even realize how much they're fucking with me. But yeah, that's always one of my concerns, is when I get into a video, when I publish a video, that I've screwed something up and that it's not right.
Not what?
Usually something based on YouTube has done a weird, or my rendering software has done a weird. It's playing blurbs of an audio track. Oh.
Are you editing? Don't edit while streaming. He's wise because he's working.
Yeah, you were chatting. Desktop audio 0. There we go. Now I can do it without you noticing.
Oh my god.
Well, spoilers for the next video. I guess you wouldn't hear the main things. See, that's the kind of shit that I always worry about fucking up. Now I feel really bad about it, but it's kind of a case of, it is what it is.
He can't help himself. He can't just sit and do one thing. He has to do like 3 things at once.
This is not criticism, but you keep going on tangents, and I'm like sitting here twiddling my thumbs. So I was like, oh, I could do some work while she's chatting away. ADHD for the win. Next video. Yeah, I can't even remember what I was saying. I mean, it's incoherent from your perspective, because what I'm doing is I'm cutting together the little bits, and then hopefully that isn't actually going through anymore. But it's mostly like, I do it. It's in the next bit. So, you know, it's not exactly a spoiler. All I heard was the occasional, you need evidence.
Well, yeah, that kind of sums up every video. Like, if you like, obviously all the content is very different and the points you made are different, but that's kind of what it comes down to.
I think they all come down to stop being so fucking stupid.
Yeah, that too, yeah.
I mean, the video that I am working on, hopefully nobody's heard any of these since. But the video I was working on, just this person could not comprehend how anyone could disagree with them whilst being so wrong. It was almost not funny. Earlier, I had to refrain from bringing up Hans Wormhat, thinking that sloths are animatronics.
Oh, God. Oh.
The thing about Hans Wormhat is that while I don't think he's crazy, his beliefs definitely are. I mean, people do. Well, a lot of people say that he's faking it, and I don't believe that's the case. I don't believe that's the case of almost anybody I've ever covered. Because if I did think that was the case, I wouldn't cover them. Like, what is the point? Boss, can you multitask? Me, yes, but can you multipay? Oh, that is extremely fair. Oh, can you do 10 people's jobs at once? Possibly. Can you pay me for that? Well, why would I do that? Because you want the work of 10 people? You could at least pay me time and a half. Yeah. I mean, my boss doesn't fucking pay me anything. He's a right piece of shit. I hate that guy. And he keeps shagging my missus. If I ever start talking like Hans, I hope someone I love takes me to the nearest hospital ASP. I thought that was going to go in a different direction. If you ever start talking like hands, out back, out to the shed you go, 2 barrels to the back of the head. I invented a machine that does the work of 10 people, but it takes 15 to operate it. Oh, it depends what level of skill, though. Like a machine that takes 15 people to operate, but does the skilled labor of 10 could actually be worth like 100 people in the right circumstances.
Depends how efficient it is.
Well, less about how efficient. That actually, to be fair, that is. Well, I guess they said does the work of 10 people. So presumably it's like 10 people per hour with 15 people working it. Bloody, bloody, blah.
Yeah, but is it 10 experts or is it just 10 people?
If you could have 15 complete novices do the expert work of 10 professionals, that would be amazing because you could pay them fuck all. Now, obviously, I'm not pro-capitalist. I don't like that idea, but that's what you would do. 10 Gen Xers. I don't know what that means. That either means they were fucking awful or... like you said, 10 millennials. It's like what they just get avocado toast and
no, they just
coffee.
expect more pay and be depressed.
It would do the stereotypical work of whatever group that you do or don't like for whatever reason. A call center. Yes, I smelt it in the English ways. Hans, Roger, and Gina. I haven't covered Gina in ages. Honestly, I haven't covered Roger or Hans in a bit. I do have a video from Hans in the barrel, but it's coming up with the right fucking name for it. Generally there's no problem with YouTube with, like, people will watch and enjoy the content, but if you don't give it the right fucking name these days, it will absolutely bomb, and it will take like your next video with it if that one isn't on point.
Oh, god damn it.
And so it can be very scary to publish anything that isn't really, really in my wheelhouse. So I'm having to spend some time really thinking about it.
Mr. Plow King, that was a terrible joke. Thank you.
Get 6...
6-7 Gen Alphas.
He's here to make us feel bad, and that's his game.
I love the fact that our kids, like, all the slang from their generation just confuses them a lot of the time.
Our kids fucking hate their
I think they're millennials at heart.
Yeah. They feel about young people the same way that, like, geriatric old people feel about
they're too noisy. They don't listen to rules.
They don't know their barn.
Don't know the barn.
Don't get me wrong, they're great kids and they're very young in their own way, but they just hate how other young people act, and fucking fair play. Apparently, like, schools have gotten so much noisier since we were kids. There's just not enough fear. My next video will be called The Right Fucking Name. See if people like it more. I mean, that might work. Putting a fuck in the title would be really bad for it. A lot of it, like, these days, I used to think that I knew how to title a video, and now I have no idea. And it's not because I've unlearned that. It's because how it works has changed to the point where I actually just don't know how to name a video anymore. And I have to work really, really hard to get a good title and a good thumbnail, and I have to like really genius level this shit. I don't know if I should pay someone to fucking do it for me and if that would help, but I imagine that they'd get a lot of money because it seems like a really in-demand skill set. And I just feel like I don't have it anymore. At least not for the current meta. I just try to make good videos as best I can. A new possible target could be Shadowversity's new channel, The Ladder Day Nights. He is switching to religious content, it seems. That could be fucking hilarious because Shadiversity is a bit of a lolcow. His AI takes are hilarious considering his I want to call it artistic ability, but that seems a bit rich.
Is that the guy with the artist brother?
Yes.
Right, okay.
The artist brother who is incredibly talented. Shad is less so. Like, yeah. 42 at least has a cultural meaning from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. My kids fucking love 42.
Yeah, they do.
Oh my god. It actually annoys me. Something that I used to like. It's like the kids will come out and go, Daddy. I was like, why? What's going on? 42. And leave.
The one is like, she was talking to me and then the time ticked over from 41 to 42 and she had to stop our conversation to point out the time.
So, yeah, it only happens 24 times a day. Thanks. Jesus Christ. And Shad's book is horrible. I'm listening to a review of Shad's book, and it's not impressive.
Cookie, she's read his book.
Oh no!
And she wrote notes.
She has notes.
Oh yeah, she has notes. So if you want, you could talk to her because she's actually read it.
I don't want to engage with it more than I already have. I'm watching like a 2-hour-long takedown of it essentially, and it's like super fair. Like they're trying their best. They're like, oh, this part of it, it's kind of a good hook in the hands of a more skilled writer. Like there's little ideas. It's just that they're not executed in anything close to a competent fashion. But yeah. Hey, I've never written a fucking book, so I can't say shit. I mean, I can. And if I ever read it, I probably would. But writing a book, regardless of its coherence or competence, is still something that most of us will never do. And you can at least say, you did a book. Good job. That's my
because he
damning with
AI
faint praise critique of what I've seen thus far. He describes how he changes his magic in the book line a fucking video game, like a video game. He talks about putting his magic power points the character's perception. Oh my god. I know that there is a bit that's just like,
is it just cringe? Is that just what it is?
It's not just cringe, it's boring.
So it's boring and cringe.
Yeah, that's about right.
Oh god, that's bad.
Yeah. Anyway, let's not dwell on criticizing someone's life's work. Even though
magnum opus.
You know, they tried something and bless him. I'm a novelist. I lack the words to describe how bad it is. This bad was so book. It made me less writer. I screwed that up, but I think it worked.
That worked better, I think.
This bad was so book. Oh my god. I think I will try to use it. I had a mad life so far. Lost my many brain cells. Oof. Let's wait for the criticism of his Mormon channel. Wait. Oh yeah, Latter Day Set. Yeah. I'm gonna have to check that out. Actually, I'm writing tomorrow, and if they're any good, the problem is like a guy like him has a habit of fucking live streaming whenever he has stupid opinions. And I don't like having to go through live streams. There's just too much. There's so much. Oh.
Your attention span is. It's also because you hate the idea of your time being wasted.
Yeah, there's no guarantee. Someone could say, "Oh, you should check this out," and you could make a video on it. There's no guarantee that I can make a video on any given piece of content, even if it's short enough for me to listen all the way through. I usually I look at like half a dozen videos before I settle on one that I actually think, yeah, this is good. This is my greatest flaw as a content creator, is that I won't just make something on anything. It has to be something that I think will be fun and funny and just entertaining for me to write. Otherwise, I can't do it. The current over problem is that sometimes I'll do that and then I can't think of a good fucking title, and that is a real pain in the ass. Like I can't respect. I just read respectable. I can't. Now words have gone out of my brain. I can't play the YouTube game as well as I would like to be able to. Kaboom, kaplow, kashplat. That's called
That's croc
authenticity.
noises.
No, it's just how I feel. It's not authentic. It's just what I do. Don't give me complimenty sounding things. This isn't about. This is. I can't do it any other way. Like, it's not a principle if I have no choice. It's like when people say, "Oh, it's really good that you won't do not advertisements, fucking sponsorships from products that you don't like." And I was like, it's not a choice I'm making. I wish I could just take the money and run. I know for a fact that the vast majority of you don't give a shit. And I could make some decent money doing it. But I can't. I physically am incapable of doing that. Because, like, talking about it right now makes me so fucking anxious. I'd basically have to have a product that came to me and was, like, utterly perfect. And, like, the company was decent enough. They wouldn't have to be a perfect company. They'd just have to not have some stupid shit that they'd done. But unless it's that, if I think a product is even remotely shit, I just have no fucking interest. And I think most products that are sold through sponsorships are garbage. That is just what I have seen of them. Even the ones that are somewhat good, they're either garbage or they're really, really overpriced. Like, I really like the idea of some of the educational ones, but fuck me, are they expensive.
Money or morals, basically.
Again, this isn't a moral choice. You have to understand, it's not a choice. We could hear you typing. It's not typing. I'm pressing the S key over and over again. That's not the same.
Stop working.
This is
Pay attention to me.
This is how I make up for not having sponsorship, is I just do more work. And I hope that some of you go, we appreciate your work so much. Here, have some money. Have Patreon, whatever.
You need evidence. Anyway, NordVPN.
NordVPN. I mean, there's no evidence that it will be of any fucking use to you, but you will be able to use Netflix from America. Not that you should use Netflix from anywhere anymore, because Netflix has turned to shit. You can always promote my channel. I don't make any videos, and you won't get paid. Win-win. I would promote yours for money. To be honest, promoting an individual's thing, that's the there was the Fact Fiend way of doing it that I actually genuinely thought was pretty cool. Like, they'd just take like $500 off of someone and then just say, I think it was this guy was a farmer and he had a web store for his wool. And he got so much business from it.
This was like the alpaca wool thing, wasn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah.
And he actually made way more back than from the advertising. So if I was going to do something, I'd be more inclined to do that. Because, I don't know, at least that is not... They'd be selling it for whatever price they were selling it at anyway. Big Wankers Inc.
I appreciate your work. Here's some money. See, that's the true sponsorship right there.
That's the sponsorship. Just liking me and giving me money for it. That's a real sponsor. To be honest, for content creators who make good/fun stuff, I'm okay with bearing through or skipping over sponsorship ad reads so they can make cash. But I also get the mental block from the creator side. Yeah, I like for other creators, I am glad for them that they are able to do that, especially if they've got like I fully trust my audience to get that an advert is an advert. I just can't square it in my own essence to fucking do something that I just don't like the product. I can't bring myself to even send that email. That's how bad it is. I usually just end up making fun of the people who sent me the emails. I've done it more than once. I think I sent something along the lines of I'd rather have my eyes gouged out with a shit-shaped spoon than promote that one that everybody promotes ever. You probably already know what it is. I don't even like to say it because I think saying it out loud is good for them, and I don't want to even give them that because I've tried it and it is actual garbage. It's a part of where this idea is sort of seeded in my brain at how bad that is. It's kind of poisoned every other product. How would you do an ad read for adult diapers? Am I so funny that you've shit yourself today? Again? You need adult diapers. No, not a shit-stained spoon. Although a shit stain... I said a shit-shaped spoon.
I would say you can get your shit together with adult diapers.
Get your shit together all in one place so you can take it to your enemy's house. Adult diapers. They're not just for the incontinent.
Catapult ammo.
Yeah. Listen, you weren't keeping that shit anyway. I appreciate your work. Here's some money. Also, PNG email. Oh my god. I should do that eventually. Have I not actually missed the thing yet, or have I missed the thing? But you're like, I'm still gonna get that fucking PNG.
Keep it in mind, Sic forgets things a lot. He needs to be reminded a lot of things.
I remember to do work. I remember to do like really important things. I remember to get food and feed my family. Everything that needs to be done. It's the end of May. Is that the deadline for getting the pung, or is it that when the thing's going to happen? Because if you give me an actual deadline, I might remember. I'm better with deadlines than I am with remembering to do random things randomly.
It's the end of May.
You can't ignore my argument, but I have 5 million power in random video games.
Before I go climb a mountain, you have to do the thing.
I mean, you should climb a mountain anyway.
I am going to climb a mountain.
I am climbing a mountain.
Yeah.
Is it this weekend that you're going away with your sister?
Yeah.
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 Autism
she's taking me to the
comes
beach.
with supercolon. Fetch the knife. Oh my god. Fetch the poop knife, sorry. Everybody needs a poop knife. You never know. You never know when the poop knife is going to be helpful.
Autism comes with a supercolon. The amount of poop that my colon refuses to release.
Refuses.
That is my superpower.
Climb a hill and come back down a mountain. I mean, there is that. How close am I to finishing editing? I'm actually really close to finishing my editing. I'm thinking that I'll just sit here and chat shit to you guys, and then when I've done editing, I will actually stop streaming. So, yeah, you've got 5 minutes worth of audio for me to work through. So ask me some random questions, and I can chat shit while I do. I was thinking about this with the Pixel Chalice stream. I've been avoiding doing any grinding, and it was mostly because I thought grinding would be really boring. But it turns out that doing the same task over and over again has a weirdly meditative quality.
It does. That's why I like it.
And it allows you, when streaming, to be more focused on actual like the streamy parts of streaming. If
Yeah.
you need an editor for shorts, let me know. Well, I don't really do shorts. If you had ideas of how to make shorts in a way that would be value added rather than just being more slop tent, send me an email and we can have a little chat. But I stopped doing shorts for a reason. I mean, the shorts I made are all unique content because that's how I see that kind of thing. Like, I don't really believe in reusing the same shit. Like, I've accidentally covered the same video more than once. As in, I know for a fact that one video I covered twice. I don't know if I've done that more than once, but I know that I did the same video twice. And I fucking hate that happened. And that's out of like nearly 1,000, maybe over 1,000 videos. It's a lot of videos that I've covered. The fact that I've covered the same one twice, it's kind of a miracle that it only happened once. And the reason it happened is because I meant to cover a very similar one from the same creator, but that had a different bent on it. And I just thought it was that other one. It very fucking frustrating. So yeah, when it comes to making shorts, it's something that I prefer them to be real but microsursic videos. I have considered doing them again because you can make much longer shorts now, and having them be a minute is all well and good, but like being longer than a minute would actually be. I have 1.1 thousand. Yeah, there you go. So 0.1% of my videos is the was a repeat. That's almost impressive in my book. Do you have Paul Ozier's Sic assets to make videos with that version? I do not have his me. I do have a him that has a little table that he sits at. I wasn't aware that there was a joke that he had no legs, and that I was apparently playing into that. That was completely unintentional and just very, very funny. So yeah, I think part of the reason I can now do like I've been wanting to try and edit audio in my videos whilst streaming for like forever, and it's because now that I have a 4K monitor that I can actually have more than one thing on screen without it being too small to be useful. Still going. I am currently doing the last process of my editing, which is I go through the whole thing and I make little cuts so that when I start editing the video, it just saves me a job, more or less. But yeah, I'm almost done. And when I am done, I'm going to say goodbye. But I do appreciate you all coming. I especially appreciate the money. I appreciate the money more than anything else. I am a complete money hungry money hoe, and that's all I actually care about, because someone once told me that. Because on a video that I had said, I'm really, really sick today, so I won't be answering many comments. And one of the comments I happened to reply to was one that gave me money, and therefore I was a piece of garbage, which was a very fun thing to see while I was feeling quite sorry for myself. So yeah, anyway, I'm done and I'm gonna fuck off. But only 3 extra minutes. But yeah, climb every mountain in England, both of them. All right, thanks for coming, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Oh Jesus, when are you gonna do a review on Jim Bob? Holy fucking hell. I might or might not be working on a video with someone with that name. All right, anyway, I'll catch you later. Bye.